question number 6, which says that you need to prove that 2 upon 5 root 3 is an irrational number. Question number 6, you need to prove that 2 over 5 root 3 is an irrational number. Before that, you need to prove that root 3 is irrational, and that in my previous lectures you have already learned how to prove root 5 an irrational number, root 7 an irrational number. So root 3 can in the similar way be proved an irrational number. So I'm not teaching you that here. I'm taking the second part of it, that is 2 upon 5 root 3 is an irrational number. So how to prove it? We can prove it by method of contradiction. What is that? We have to prove it an irrational number, so I will assume it as a rational number. So I've assumed 2 over 5 root 3 be a rational number. I've assumed this. Thus, what can I say? I can say 2 over 5 root 3 be R, where R is a rational number. So therefore, cross multiplying, that is, you can see I can cross multiply this 5 into R and 2 into R, so that it becomes 5R upon 2 is equal to root 3. Very clearly you can see that because R is a rational number and 5 is a rational number, and a rational number is multiplied with a rational number, will obviously always will give you a rational number, and a rational number divided by a rational number will again give you a rational number. Therefore, this side is a rational number, while root 3 is an irrational number, and therefore we get a mathematical statement wherein a rational number is equal to an irrational number. But a rational number cannot be equal to an irrational number. Thus, our assumption is contradicted, and thus we can say that 5R upon 2 is not a rational number, or I can say that 5R upon 2 is an irrational number. Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Understanding?
Yes, sir.
That is, this format is for question number 6. I can use it even to prove for question number 7. And I hope this dark color is showing you sufficient
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
vigilance. So I need to show in question number 7, prove that root 5 is an irrational number. We have already shown root 5 as an irrational number, so that part of it is already been pre-taught in my previous lectures. So here I will only concentrate on showing minus 3 plus 2 root 5 is an irrational number. So you know this, you will spell it loud. What should I assume? I should assume that minus 3 plus 2 root 5.
2 root 5 is a rational number.
Why? Because whenever I have to prove something, I take the contrary as an assumption, and if that appears contradicted, the statement which is to be proved gets proved
Automatically.
That is, let minus 3 plus 2 root 5 be a rational number. So therefore we can assume that minus 3 plus 2 root 5 is equal to R, where R is a rational number. So your mathematical operations will happen. That is, I will bring this 3 on this side. So what do I get? I get 2 root 5 is equal to, I get 2 root 5 is equal to R plus 3. And one more operation is possible. 2 is multiplied here, comes on the other side and multiply. So what do you get? You get
R plus 3 upon 2.
upon 2 is equal to
Root 5.
root 5. And whether you write it this side or you write this side hardly matters. I have written it that side so that my rest of the things fall in place. And therefore now you can see this R plus 3 upon 2, rational plus rational, the sum of which is a rational number divided by a rational is a rational number. So therefore this happens to be a rational number, while root 5 is an irrational number. So the mathematical statement goes wrong. That is, a rational number cannot be equal to an irrational number. Thus our assumption is contradicted. And thus we can say that minus 3 plus 2 root 5 is not a rational number, or we can say that minus 3 plus 2 root 5 is an irrational number. So all the questions one by one falling in the same set of statements and can be fixed and proved.